Hey folks, this is Matt once again with a Blu-ray slash DVD update. Been a while since I've done one of these. So usually lately it's been like unopening or unpackaging video, which has been insanely awesome and humbling. That's what the reviews have been. As for what's coming in the future, I'm not really doing requests. The only requests I've been doing is the stuff that people have sent me. And it's not because, oh, you have to send me something for you to get requests. It's just they sent me something, they wanted to hear my opinion on it. It's the least I could do. Like if someone sent me all those James Bond films, which got done reviewing. I don't know when this will be uploaded, but a few days ago. Uh, by the time I'm doing this video. I hope you all enjoyed that. Hope you guys were okay with that. Thank you for the nice comments. Thanks to Lance, Book Reader 2012, for being such a generous guy and sending those. And then maybe by the time I upload this, I'll also reviewing. Again, if these people took their time and money to send me these movies, it's the least I can do is review them. So that's why those are the only requests I'm doing right now. Because, I want to just off the bat review something that I want to, so that this doesn't feel like a job. Like, okay, I'm going to do this because someone requested it. It's just, so that this doesn't feel like a job. So this doesn't feel like work. So, but again, hopefully by this time I reviewed The Stepfather, the first one from 1987, that first Power 100 sent me. And then also the Deadly Spawn that Bill Bon Jovi sent me. I want to give a good solid thank you to those guys for being generous as well, because I didn't know, and I'm like, wow, okay, that's very cool. Hopefully I did an okay enough job in those reviews, hopefully. If not, I apologize. But into the DVD slash Blu-ray update, and after this, it's just going to be random reviews. Just, I want to just not do any plans for a while. Uh, just random reviews off the top of my head, videos, stuff like that. I know about 3 minutes of bullshit, but I just wanted to thank those people for being very nice and generous, and they didn't have to do that, and it was a hell of a surprise for me. But to Lance, Book Reader 2012, to First Power 100, to Bill Bon Jovi, thank you for sending that stuff. And again, I just hope the reviews were okay. And once again, a big thank you to all these people that sent me stuff. I don't deserve it, but thank you. It's so humbling. But I just had to let that out, so to speak. But stuff I got. This was the biggest one. It was $15, and that's the Blu-ray 25th anniversary edition of Back to the Future. Got this for 15 bucks. Waited long enough to get this for 15 bucks. That's with shipping and handling and everything. And it's all in good condition. Picture looks great. And it opens up very nice and simple. And this side has all the features. As far as I could tell, it has all the features from the DVD set. It also has a brand new 6-part making of the films. Has a little bit extra stuff, like you have one that specifically talks about the Back to the Future ride. Doesn't really talk about, but one of the 6 parts does. They mention the Back to the Future ride, and Christopher Lloyd actually had some words about it, which was cool. But there's also a bit where they talk about, they show the video, like when you're waiting in line, they show the videos of you would be watching when you were in line with Christopher Lloyd, Thomas F. Wilson, but they also show you what the ride was like from a POV point of view. I think that's uploaded on YouTube. But Back to the Future, great trilogy. Third one I remember reviewed a long time ago, and it was pretty kind of harsh on it. I'm sure if I review that today, I'd be more kinder on it. But it was nice. These look good enough on Blu-ray for me, and it's nice to see the new features, and it's a good deal for 15 bucks. Then I got this stuff. South Park the movie. And a lot of these were like $2, $3. So again, I go cheap, so that's why I buy DVDs. But why do you buy DVDs? Because they're cheap, and I don't need a high def of a movie like this. But South Park, I had fun with this movie. I thought the songs were actually catchy. Weirdly enough, it's probably one of the best musicals I've ever seen. As stupid as it is, but this and Little Shop of Horrors are probably two of the best musicals I've ever seen, to be honest. As weird as that shit means. Then Star Trek First Contact. To be honest, this is the only film of the Next Generation stuff that I like. I hate Star Trek Generations. I don't really care for Insurrection or Nemesis. To be honest, I'm not even the biggest fan of the Next Generation TV show, but I do like this movie. I think the reason I like this movie is it's pretty much an action movie with some good villains, the Borg. I think that's what I liked about it. This was an action movie, and I thought that was really cool. So, and this is just the bare bones, but that's fine with me. 2 trailers, that's pretty much it. This one was pretty cool. I did not know this. Shout Factory actually released this Blu-ray, Jackie Chan Blu-ray set, Crime Story and The Protector. Now inside they have I guess the overseas posters of the films. The reason I got this was a couple reasons. Number one, I did not have Crime Story. I did not have Crime Story, and this also has an interview with director Kirk Wan, deleted scenes and trailers. And since I didn't have Crime Story, I'm like, cool, I did have Crime Story. But it has The Protector, and here's the kicker. This has both versions of The Protector. This is a film that Jackie Chan, when he was trying to make it in America in the 80s, the director was James Glickenhaus, but things didn't really go well. Jackie Chan is not a big fan of this movie because he knew that he's not Dirty Harry, but they were kind of trying to make him be like Dirty Harry. And I know Jackie Chan didn't like the nudity, was not a fan of Glickenhaus, says this guy doesn't know how to shoot action. And so he took the film and he took the nudity out and filmed some additional scenes for his overseas audience. So this actually has both versions. It has the US version, and it also has Jackie Chan's personal cut of The Protector, and you can choose which one to watch. And weirdly enough, this actually has a 10-minute interview with James Glickenhaus, which that'll be interesting. I wonder if he's going to sugarcoat it or, Has a behind-the-scenes featurette, which for some reason, well, it's not for some reason, it was done overseas, so it's only in Cantonese with no subtitles, the behind-the-scenes featurette. Has a little featurette about, some of the locations of today. So I thought that was cool, that not only does this have both films on one disc, Crime Story, which I did not have, and it has an interview with the director, but this also has both versions of The Protector and a 10-minute interview with James Glickenhaus, which is cool. Now, right off the bat, if you don't get this, be warned, the picture quality is not that great. The picture quality just isn't that great. Particularly the Jackie Chan, got my J's out of it. They both start with J. Jackie Chan, who is Chinese. Jackie Chan's personal cut of The Protector, that one, there's a lot of dirt, like little specks and stuff. So it's not like an HD transfer of Jackie Chan's personal cut of The Protector. I don't know if you call it. I'm not really best with picture quality, but just be forewarned, if you're getting this for the HD quality, you're not really going to get it. Like Jackie Chan's personal cut, it's not in HD quality or anything. You see specs and stuff. It's not in the best of quality, but it didn't really bother me. That's not what I was looking for this. I was looking for this because, I get Crime Story, and I get both versions of The Protector, and I get to see Jackie Chan's, sort of reworked version of the Protector, as well as an interview with James Glickenhaus. So I thought Shout Factory, this is pretty cool. Granted, I'm sure the picture quality could have been a lot better, but still, it's pretty cool. So if you're a Jackie Chan fan, yeah, both versions of the Protector. And if you don't, if you only have it on VHS, then there you go. You can have it on Blu-ray. Might look the same, but that VHS might give way sometimes. So it's just up to you. I got this Boris and Natasha because this was $1.50. I've never heard of this film. I know these characters from Rocky and Bullwinkle. Sally Kellerman, she was in Back to School, who kind of becomes the girlfriend of Rodney Dangerfield, who's a teacher, Sally Kellerman. Then you have Dave Thomas, who I believe was in Strange Brew. Says here he was in Spies Like Us and Stripes. Directed by Charles Martin Smith, who I think is the same guy who did 50-50. I guarantee 50-50 with Pure Bill is a hell lot more better than this. But I'm just curious. See, what is this movie, Boris and Natasha? Just curiosity. Same thing with this. This is the Super Mario Bros. Cartoon that they did in the late 80s. Has a lot, over 2 hours of stuff. The Super Mario Bros. Super Show. So I was curious about this. This was like $2. Over 2 hours of cartoons on the show from the late 80s, 1989 it says here. Curious to see what this is like, because I didn't grow up with the show or anything, so I'm curious about it. 10th anniversary special, Conan OBrien. I think he's on TBS right now. I don't watch TV that much, but this was done back in, it says here 2004. About an hour long of Conan OBrien. I just wanted to check it. It was very cheap. This was like 60 cents. So for 60 cents, check it out for an hour's worth of fun. I like Conan OBrien. Thought it'd be fun to watch. Film I saw, and I had a time waster. I had fun with it. It was a time waster. It has its problems, but I liked it. Super Hybrid. It's a killer car film with a twist where the killer car is actually a shape-shifting creature. Thought that was a cool idea. Two big problems. One is PG-13, which is stupid. Two, you have some bad CGI when you do see the creature. Very bad Sci-Fi Channel CGI. But there's some stuff I liked about this. Maybe I'll do a review for this. Maybe not. I don't know. But I know I heard about this from Trachtenberg. He did a Netflix thing talking about this film. And I liked it. It's not perfect. But, I has some fun stuff to it. Double Take. I got this just to give it another look. I remember watching it once a long time ago and not caring for the film. But, sometimes films, they look better. I probably saw this when it came out. When that doesn't say a year, of course. At least not on the back. So I don't know when this came out. But I'll give it another look. See what it... Fuck, no damn year. But I like Orlando Jones, and see if this... I remember not caring for the film, but I want to see if, maybe I'll like it more a second time. Maybe not, but wasn't that much. It was dirt cheap, so give it another look. Same with this. Burn Notice: The Fall of Sam Axe. This is starring Bruce Campbell. I don't care about the Burn Notice TV show. I only got this to see because it's Bruce Campbell starring in it, and although I've heard from many, many people he's a dickhead in real life, that's what I've heard, I want to see how he acts in this kind of action. I mean, it was made for TV, so it's not like I'm expecting much from it. But I'm just curious to see how he acts in this action film type of quality, like how his acting is. Is he Bruce Campbell acting like Bruce Campbell, or is it Bruce Campbell an actor like he was in Moontrap and Waxwork 2? And I'm just curious about it. This was curiosity. Like Bruce Campbell and this kind of action film. I just want to see what it is like. And finally, I got the original Hills of Ice. This was $3. The reason I got this is, A, if I ever review all the Hills of Ice stuff, I'll review this again. I remember not caring for the film. But really, to be honest, I mainly got it for the bonus features. It was only $3. And it has the directors, the films of Wes Craven, which is about an hour-long look into the films of Wes Craven, like Shocker, Serpent and the Rainbow, Deadly Friend, and so on. They talked to Christy Swanson, Mitch Pileggi, Bill Pullman, Robert Englund. So that's mainly why I got it for the second disc, and it was only $3. So either way, thanks for watching, take care, and stay tuned for more videos.